Hey there, it's Cole from Outdoor School Bogong. I'm here today to talk to you about managing stress. This is part of the Building Resilience series, and it follows on really well from the Comfort Zone session, so perhaps you've seen that one. This session aims to explore how we feel stress in our bodies and how we can manage it. We're going to break it down into 5 categories, and we're going to ask you to identify some particular ones that you think could work for you. You'll know you've finished when you've watched all the way to the end of this video and you've completed the tasks on the last slide. For now, let's get started. All right, we've got a quick refresher. This is a picture of a comfort zone. That's a visual representation of how comfortable something is. Things which are familiar and comfortable are going to fall in the comfort zone, the blue area in the centre. Things which are uncertain or unfamiliar, uncomfortable, are going to fall into either the learning or the panic zone, depending how far outside their comfort zone they are. Now, you might recall that feelings of stress and anxiety can increase as you get further from your comfort zone. You might also remember that doing things that are in the learning zone are really good for us. They can increase your ability to deal with challenges in the future, which in turn will increase your resilience. So today, if we're thinking about things that can cause stress, it might be helpful to picture that learning and panic zone area of the comfort zone map, as those things can trigger the feelings of stress and anxiety that we're going to be talking about. Now, the way that each person feels stress can vary, but there are some common signs and symptoms. We're going to do a bit of a brainstorm of some of these, and what you'll need to do is draw a person. They can either be in your workbook or in a document on your computer, and on that person, you will need to draw or write how that person might experience stress. You could draw upon your own experience, or you could think about what you've seen in other people. To do this, I want you to pause the video and take a few minutes to jot down at least 8 ways that people feel stress. All right, and we're back. Hopefully you've got a few things down. Maybe you had some things like sweaty palms or butterflies in your stomach. Perhaps you had shaking legs, a bit of nausea. Maybe you had something like being quiet or withdrawn, or maybe feeling nauseous. There's lots of possible answers here. Now that we've established what feeling stressed can look like, we're going to talk about how to manage it. To introduce this, I want to show a quick video. So just stick with me while I bring up that screen. Here we go.
Stress. Everyone experiences it both at work and in their personal lives. It's often caused by changes in the world around us that we can't control. But what we can control is how we cope with and react to stress. Let's take a look at some strategies for dealing with it. Make time for hobbies and self-care. When we're stressed, we have a tendency to focus on the things that are stressing us out, and we lose sight of taking care of ourselves. It's important to find some time in your schedule to relax or do what you enjoy. This can give you a renewed sense of energy and well-being. Use time management skills. There may be times where projects and tasks just start to pile up and you feel trapped under it all. This could be due to procrastinating or taking on too much work. Try listing out your tasks and prioritizing them. This can make it easier to get through them, and who knows, you may even find some tasks that are unnecessary or that you can delegate to others. Exercise. Stress often makes us tired and increases our anxiety. Studies have shown that over time, exercise can help to reduce anxiety levels and make you feel more energetic. Find an activity that you enjoy, whether it's walking, swimming, or something else, and try fitting it into your schedule a few times a week. Remove unnecessary sources of stress. While you can't control the changes that happen to you, there may be certain stressors that you can eliminate. For example, you could try limiting your access to daily news, spending less time on social media, or reducing the number of new projects you take on. While stress is inevitable, it's important to remember that there are always ways of managing it and improving the quality of your life.
Beautiful. So there's a few ideas in there about ways to manage stress. I'll just jump back to where we were. And you might notice that some of those things can fall into some general themes. We've got 5 here, 5 categories that we're going to break it down into: energetic, calming, social, organised, and distraction. And I'm going to go through each of those and just provide a few examples using the slides on the screen. So energetic, as the name suggests, it's going to be things that are going to lift your mood. Might be listening to some loud, energetic music, or maybe getting out and doing some sort of physical activity. The next one we've got is calming. Calming activities are kind of the opposite to the energetic ones. They're going to bring you back down. They're going to be soothing. Maybe it's doing something like a meditation or some mindful colouring, maybe having a warm shower. Social's up next. And as the name suggests, social is going to involve someone else. So it could involve talking to a friend or maybe seeking help from an adult that you're comfortable with. Organised. There was a few examples of this in the video we watched with writing lists and prioritising tasks, but it could also include making a bit of a plan of how you intend to get something done. And the final one is distraction or shifting attention, and that includes doing things to take your mind off it. So maybe you do a favourite hobby, maybe you sit down and you listen to some music or watch some TV. So those 5 categories are a really helpful way to break up some strategies for managing stress. There's a few examples in the slides that I've just shown you and in the video we've watched, and they're going to lead you into having a think about what will work for you specifically. So to finish off, your task is to answer these 3 questions. The first one we've already done, which is great. The second one is thinking about some triggers or some experiences that might make you feel stress. And a helpful tip here is to think back to your comfort zone activity and what experiences or things were really outside your comfort zone. And then the third question, that's where the bulk of the work is here. You're going to list at least one strategy for each of those 5 categories that you think will work for you. And that's the important part. We want to make sure that whatever you write down is something you can start practicing and using in your own life to help you manage a stressful situation. Once you've done that, send your work through and hopefully we'll see you again in another session with us soon. Thanks for watching. Good luck.